seen some people upset over Duskbloods being on the Switch and being exclusive. Like, I really wonder if this like turns a lot of people off who would otherwise buy it. Because frankly, like I don't think there's many FromSoft fans playing specifically on the Switch, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Limited time exclusive. It's at least for a year if it is limited. I don't know if it is limited. I honestly am not sure. But even if it's only limited and it's for like a year, that's still a while, man. It's multiplayer that turns me on. Well, and they specifically say it's built around like, or they say multiplayer is core to the experience. So, which I think they're trying to get ahead of people being like, can I play it solo? I think they're saying like, no, that's what it is. They described it as an 8-player PvPvE game where you fight for like dominance and stuff. So it's like, so is it like a mini battle royale? Is it just Night Rain, but in a new IP? That's kind of what it starts to sound like, but it's more competitive. So I'm just not sure. It's the Bloodborne edition of Night Rain. Kind of seems like it. Night Rain was the experiment. I'm thinking Night Rain might be the tech demo for what this will be. I think Night Rain is them trying to get the software, the network code, all of that stuff working in their engine. And then this is going to be the standalone game that does it, which is too bad because I really didn't like Night Rain. I played the like beta, whatever thing they did. And I just, for me, it was not for me. Some people loved it, to be clear. Some people loved it. But for me, they literally took everything out of Elden Ring that I liked and then added in a bunch of stuff I didn't like and called it a day. And so for me, it's just a no go. It's just, I'm not interested. But yeah, Miyazaki directing it, I agree, Fitness, that makes it way more intriguing because I'm like, oh, if he's on it, maybe he fixed some of those problems. Maybe he came up with solutions. Who knows? Calling Duskbloods a Bloodborne 2 is a dumb meme. I think it made more sense before we realized it was a PvPvE multiplayer game. I think before that, oh, it's like Victorian London, FromSoft, like big bosses. Okay, yeah, kind of vampires. Yeah, it's in the same vein. But once we found out what it actually is, it's definitely very different, which will probably peeve more people off once they realize. Dude, people have been saying, oh, well, we'll just pirate the new FromSoft game. So you'd have to play it through an emulator. And then but all the online stuff goes through Nintendo servers. So I don't think you'd even be able to do that. Because it's starting to become Twilight Bloodlines who have gained powers through the use of their special blood. They fight each other or against enemies or both. It's starting to sound like in this game, there will be 8 players that spawn on like a map. And then similar to Night Rain, there's bosses and there's treasures and then there's points of interest and stuff. And you go through the levels fighting each other, clearing out these zones, occasionally maybe killing this guy. You go kill this guy, you go over here, this guy kills you, but then he kills this guy and he goes over here. And all the while he's killing bosses and going over here, getting in a fight with that guy until there's just 2 people left and they fight against this boss all at the same time. And then this guy emerges as the winner. Hooray. It sounds like not a game you can just pull out of. FromSoft has their own servers. Historically, yeah. But they are partnered on this as a console exclusive on the Switch. And it seems like Nintendo really wants people to sign up for Nintendo Online for this game specifically. I don't know. Again, the more people are finding out about the game, people are getting like turned off by it. I don't know, man. It's just, what a weird shift. I don't know. I'm not about this new era of FromSoft where they're focusing on multiplayer stuff. Again, if you love Night Rain, you're probably super thrilled to see this because you're like, ooh, basically souped up, bigger, better Night Rain. But I loved Elden Ring. Do that. Do more of that. And it seems like they're like, no, we're going to do like a crappy, in my opinion, a kind of crappy thrown together multiplayer game in the form of Night Rain that just reuses tons of assets from the other games we already made. And at least this is original. This is something totally different. And maybe it ends up being really good. Who knows? But it's really frustrating to see them after peaking with that. They're like, well, we're not going to beat that. Let's just go down to do weird multiplayer stuff. I'm like, what are we doing, man? they risk turning off a lot of their core audience. That's what they got to be careful of. Yeah, if they're not careful, a lot of that core old school FromSoft fan base is going to get really perturbed with this multiplayer stuff.